Welcome to this IELTS Listening Practice Test, brought to you by Spinta, your partner in English exam success. This test simulates the real IELTS listening experience with authentic question types, timing, and difficulty levels you'll encounter on exam day. You'll hear the audio only once, just like in the actual test, so stay focused and keep your pencil ready. Remember to read the questions carefully during the preparation time and transfer your answers accurately. This practice will help you build confidence, improve your listening skills, and familiarize yourself with the IELTS format.
Part 1. Now look at Part 1. You will hear a conversation between a woman who wants to book a house-sitting service and a customer service representative. You will now have some time to look at the questions.
Good morning, and welcome to Home Care Solutions. My name is Ben Carter. How can I help you today?
Good morning, Ben. I'm calling because I'm going on holiday soon, and I'm interested in your house-sitting service. I've heard good things about you.
That's wonderful to hear. We'd be happy to assist. Can I start by taking some of your details, please?
Of course. My first name is Anya, and my surname is Sharma. That's Sharma.
Thank you, Miss Sharma. And could I get your full address, please?
Certainly. It's 24 Willow Tree Lane, Hampstead, London. And the postcode is NW37LP.
NW37LP. Got it. And a contact number for you, please?
Yes, it's my mobile. 07700900876. I usually have it with me, even abroad.
Excellent. Now, regarding the dates you'll require our service, when are you planning to be away?
Well, I'm hoping to leave on the 14th of October and return on the 28th of October, so a 2-week period.
Okay, 14th of October to the 28th. That sounds fine. Now, do you have any pets that will need looking after?
Oh yes, I have two, a cat and a dog. My cat is quite independent, but she does need feeding twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening, with her special dried food. Her name is Puddle, by the way.
Puddle. Lovely name. And the dog?
My dog is a golden retriever called Max. He's very playful. He needs a long walk every morning, usually around the park for at least an hour, and then just a short one in the evening before bed.
Right, a long walk for Max every morning. Noted. Are there any other specific instructions for the pets or the house in general?
Yes, actually, I have quite a few indoor plants, and they'll need watering. Not every day, but I'd say about twice a week would be perfect for them. They're mostly succulents, and some ferns.
Twice a week for the plants. Got it. And how will you arrange for the key collection and return?
I was thinking I could leave the keys with my next-door neighbor, Mrs. Henderson. She'll be home and is usually happy to help out. I'll let her know you'll be picking them up. And for the return, you can just post them through the letterbox once the service is complete.
That's perfectly fine. We'll collect from Mrs. Henderson. And finally, regarding payment, how would you prefer to settle the bill?
I'd prefer to do a bank transfer, if that's possible. I find it the easiest way.
Absolutely. Bank transfer is one of our standard options. I'll send you an email shortly with a full quote based on what we've discussed and the bank details for payment. It will also summarize the dates and services. Do you have any other questions for now?
No, I think that covers everything. Thank you so much, Ben.
You're very welcome, Miss Sharma. Enjoy your trip.
Part 2. Now look at Part 2. You will hear a tour guide giving an introductory talk at the National Maritime Museum. You will now have some time to look at the questions.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the National Maritime Museum. I'm Sarah, your guide for today, and I'm delighted to have you all here. Before we start our exploration, I'd like to give you a brief overview of the museum and some useful information to help you make the most of your visit. Firstly, for those who haven't yet, you're currently in the main entrance hall, and just to your right, you'll find the ticket desk where you can pick up a map or any information you might need. We're about to head into the main galleries, but before we do, please note the gift shop. It's located just before the exit, so you can pick up any souvenirs or books on your way out. For your convenience, there's a lovely cafe on the lower ground floor, serving a variety of hot and cold food, snacks, and beverages. It's a great spot to relax and refuel during your visit. And don't forget to check out our temporary exhibition hall, which is currently showcasing Voyages of Discovery on the second floor. It's a fantastic display, and I highly recommend it. Now, a few important rules to ensure everyone has an enjoyable and safe experience. While photography is allowed in most areas, please, for the preservation of our valuable exhibits, do not use a flash. Flash photography can damage delicate artifacts. Also, for your comfort and safety, we kindly request that all large bags and backpacks be stored in the lockers provided near the entrance. They are free to use and will make your journey through the museum much more comfortable. On the third floor, you'll find a fascinating collection of ancient maps and navigation tools. This special display offers a unique insight into how early explorers navigated the world. It's truly remarkable. We also have interactive touchscreens throughout the museum, providing additional details about the exhibits. Many visitors ask about becoming a museum member. A membership offers several benefits, including discounts at both the gift shop and the cafe, as well as invitations to special events. It's a great way to support the museum and save money on future visits. For families with young children, we highly recommend our interactive workshops held every afternoon. They're designed to be both educational and fun, keeping the little ones engaged. Finally, if at any point during your visit you have questions, need directions, or require assistance, please don't hesitate to speak to any member of our staff. We're here to help you. You'll find us wearing blue uniforms. Enjoy your time here at the National Maritime Museum.
Part 3. Now look at Part 3. You will hear two history students, Liam and Chloe, discussing their upcoming presentation with their tutor, Dr. Anya Singh. You will now have some time to look at the questions.
Good morning, Liam and Chloe. Let's discuss your upcoming history presentation. How are you progressing with your topic selection for the early modern period?
Good morning, Dr. Singh. We've been brainstorming quite a bit. We initially thought about the English Civil War, but then we decided it might be a bit too broad for a 15-minute presentation.
Yes, exactly. So we've narrowed it down. We're actually leaning towards focusing on the Great Fire of London. It's a significant event, and we think there's a lot of interesting material there.
Ah, the Great Fire. An excellent choice. There are abundant primary sources, aren't there? Have you considered which ones you might use?
Definitely. We've been looking into Samuel Pepys's and John Evelyn's diaries, which provide incredible first-hand accounts. We think they could really bring the presentation to life.
We're also thinking about how the fire impacted different social classes, not just the general destruction. That's where we think the diaries will be most useful.
That's a very insightful angle. Using those personal accounts is superb. What do you see as the main challenge with this topic, or with using these primary sources?
Well, I suppose the biggest challenge is interpreting the contemporary perspectives accurately. It's easy to look back with modern eyes, but understanding their immediate reactions and biases, especially through personal diaries, requires careful consideration.
I agree. And also, ensuring we don't just narrate events, but actually analyze their significance. We want to avoid just telling the story of the fire.
Precisely. Analysis is key. How are you thinking of structuring the presentation to achieve that?
I was thinking we could perhaps do a thematic analysis, rather than just a chronological narrative. So one section on the immediate impact, another on the socioeconomic aftermath, and maybe a third on the long-term urban planning changes.
That sounds good, Chloe. It allows us to delve deeper into specific aspects. We'll also need to consider our visual aids. Do you have any advice on that, Dr. Singh?
Yes. For a presentation like this, visual aids should be minimal but high quality. Think about maps of London before and after the fire, or perhaps contemporary illustrations. Avoid too much text on your slides. They should complement your spoken content, not replace it.
Okay, minimal and high quality. That makes sense.
Now let's map out your plan for the next few weeks. For week 1, I suggest you really dive into your core research, particularly those primary sources. Get a firm grasp of the material.
Right, so intensive reading and note-taking for week 1.
Exactly. Then, by week 2, you should have a solid outline of your presentation. This will be crucial for structuring your arguments and ensuring a logical flow.
A detailed outline by week 2. Got it.
And by week 3, I'd like you to have a full presentation draft ready, especially the introduction and main body paragraphs, so we can review them together. This will help us identify any gaps or areas for improvement early on.
A full draft by week 3. That sounds challenging but doable.
It is, but it's important to keep on track. And finally, before the actual presentation, make sure you conduct a full rehearsal. Time yourselves, practice your transitions, and get comfortable speaking it aloud. It makes a huge difference.
Thanks, Dr. Singh. This really helps us organize our workload.
Yes, thank you for the clear plan.
You're welcome. I look forward to seeing your progress.
Part 4. Now look at Part 4. You will hear a lecture on the topic of urban green spaces. You will now have some time to look at the questions.
Good morning, everyone. Today, we're delving into a fascinating and increasingly vital topic: urban green spaces. These are not merely patches of grass. They are dynamic elements crucial for the health and sustainability of our cities, providing a multitude of ecological, social, and economic benefits. Firstly, from an environmental perspective, urban green spaces are vital for improving air quality. Trees and plants absorb pollutants, acting as natural filters, which is particularly important in densely populated areas. Furthermore, they play a critical role in mitigating the urban heat island effect. Cities, with their abundance of concrete and asphalt, tend to be significantly warmer than surrounding rural areas. Green spaces, through evapotranspiration and providing shade, effectively lower temperatures, creating cooler and more comfortable microclimates. Beyond the environmental, the social benefits are immense. Access to nature has been shown to significantly boost mental health, reducing stress, and improving overall well-being. Parks and gardens provide spaces for recreation, social interaction, and community building, fostering a sense of belonging among residents. They also contribute to increased biodiversity within cities, creating habitats for various plant and animal species that might otherwise be displaced by urban development. However, the successful implementation of urban greening is not without its challenges. It requires careful planning, significant funding, and often political will to prioritize green infrastructure over other forms of development. But when done well, the rewards are clear. Let's consider some compelling case studies from around the world. One prominent example is the High Line in New York City. This is an elevated linear park built on a former New York Central Railroad spur. What makes it remarkable is how it repurposed an old railway line, transforming derelict infrastructure into a vibrant public space that attracts millions of visitors annually. It's a testament to imaginative urban renewal. Another innovative project is Gardens by the Bay in Singapore. This spectacular botanical garden features iconic super trees, which are vertical gardens up to 50 meters tall, covered in exotic plants. These structures serve multiple functions, including collecting rainwater and generating solar power. The primary benefit here is the sheer innovation in creating green spaces vertically in a land-scarce city. The main challenge they face, despite being in a tropical climate, is managing water scarcity effectively, which they do through advanced water recycling systems. Finally, let's look at the Atlanta Beltline in Atlanta, USA. This ambitious project is transforming a 22-mile historic railway corridor into a network of public parks, multi-use trails, and transit. Its primary aim is to connect multiple city neighborhoods, fostering connectivity and community. A major benefit that has emerged from this project is the significant economic growth it has stimulated in the areas surrounding the Beltline, attracting new businesses and residential developments. These examples highlight the diverse ways cities are integrating green spaces, adapting to local conditions, and reaping substantial rewards.
And pencils down. You've survived another IELTS listening marathon. If your brain feels like it just ran a mental obstacle course, congratulations. That means you're doing it right. Want to torture yourself with more tests? We mean enhance your skills? Head to spinta.org. That's spinta.org, where we've got reading, writing, speaking practice, and vocabulary games that are actually fun. Yes, fun and IELTS in the same sentence. We're rebels like that. Thanks for listening with Spinta. Now go treat yourself to something nice. You've earned it. Spinta. Push forward. Achieve more.